Captain Yuri Watanabe.
Oh, I guess we just kind of ditched Mary Jane for this chapter.
Oh,
damn.
okay.
So yeah, spoilers. Jordy, in the last part, Black Cat got exploded.
Oh my god.
Supposedly.
From her penthouse apartment, she had been partnered up with Hammerhead. She wanted to betray him and get all the money from herself. He blew up her apartment.
Oh, jeez.
Now Hammerhead is out for blood.
I mean, knowing Black Cat, I doubt that would have killed her, but not that's gonna matter, because I think at this point she's pretty much out of the picture for this game.
Right now, yeah. And now it seems like Hammerhead has turned his sights to not the police, not the civilians, not the public, but he's going to the other Maja families.
Really?
Oh, jeez.
So they're starting they're starting a straight up gang war?
Yeah. I forget hype, but they're like 4 or 5 Maja districts. I know Hammerhead's one of them. I don't think Kingpin's involved.
Well, he probably would be had we not, took care of him in the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
That's true.
but it's been more than 1 month, so how much was that? 1 month and 5 days? In your face! And then Spider-Man just does a slap the ass.
Oh, hello!
There
That-
it is. What?
Freaking
This is the-
Silver Spider.
Yeah,
the
this is the
Spidey
old...
armor.
Whoa, hang on.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
I
Nerd.
think
so
I have
watch
an
alright.
action figure of this. I'm not gonna lie. I think I have an action figure of this Spider-Man costume.
I believe they call this the this is the original armored spider Mark 1. This is like
Yeah.
his first take of it,
Wow.
which I thought, given what we're going into, we need this in.
Yeah, I was about to
That's so
say.
cute that guy, and it's so cute that guy has a little Spidey watch. His son's a big
Well, that's
fan.
why I looked at the watch. Okay.
Kind of a blessing in disguise. Kind of a blessing in disguise that the webs don't snap on them.
Whoa.
Yeah. Also, as we're noticing here, for some reason, Hammerhead's gang has Silver Sable. Oh, that's right, because in the last part we revealed that they had stolen Sable Tech.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which really goes to show once again how incompetent those guys are.
I'm sorry, I know, and they do talk about that in this DLC about how the reason why Silver Sable is a thing is because imagine a country that, actually, I don't think it is the same, but imagine a country like the one that Doctor Doom rules over.
Latveria?
Except Sable, Sokovia, except Sable is trying to, like, save her country. So
okay.
she created a whole force of, oh geez, flashbang. So she created a force to act as a resistance, and that's why they have all this armored stuff.
And honestly, if the way they perform in this game's of any indication, I don't think that country's going to be overthrown for some time.
Not yet.
Nope.
It's a work in progress.
They couldn't catch a cold.
It won the blue ribbon at the fair. They'll get there better.
Anyway.
You're fine. No, you're fine. We can talk about that. It's one of the things where, like, this is suddenly starting to become one of the safest things I do in my day-to-day life.
Yeah,
Just
and also
sit
just
around
further prove
with
how,
the
like,
safety
I
of
think
Discord.
also proves that I think this is probably tied with Tui as being the commentary that ends up being the most dated.
Because it's been so somehow more so than Tui, and I would argue it's because more so than any other commentary we've done. So much crazy crap has happened that I can't even keep track of it all. Like, it's become one of those things where I'm honestly starting to look at this world and think this is the more stable universe to be in right now.
Which is saying something considering we have Spider-Man.
Yes.
There's more consistency in this universe than there is in our own right now.
I'm sure Reed Richards could find it. I was about to make a joke, but technically there is a cure, Fred. We're just too stupid to know it.
Well, they're working on it,
Yeah.
and I do have hopes for that, and I'm really hoping that is not one of the things that people prove me wrong in these videos. Oh, jeez.
Hello.
Oh goodness.
Whoa, the heck. So yeah, welcome back, Jordy, to the City That Never Sleeps DLC, except this time we're in the second chapter, of whose name I always forget.
Okay.
We are, as you can already imagine from that intro cutscene, we're here raising all levels of hell so that the police can actually sneak in and sneak in from behind and hopefully capture Hammerhead. I mean, yeah, he actually did. He started the whole fight saying, "Have any of you read that chapter of The Art of War talking about misdirection?" Good. Okay. Excuse me?
Who's misdirection?
I don't know, but she sounds pretty cool.
The one who can't keep direction worth a damn.
So this misdirection, does she have a sister?
Yes, her name is Mistake.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that. There goes me. There's my joking. Oh, we have a new enemy type finally.
Another one?
Cool.
Oh my goodness.
They have shields.
Nuts. And they have jetpacks too.
Whoa!
I was about to say,
Yes,
I could have sworn
what-
we took on shielded once before.
I don't believe these kind of shields. Well, these shields are different. In that they can. Once again, it's very difficult for me to like treat. Difficult for me to web them because they have shields, and also these guys have jetpacks and leave a lot of like plasma on the ground. Once again, I love the idea that if you play this DLC in order, oh god,
Wow.
Whoa, damn.
again, I love the fact that if you play this DLC in order, these blokes from the 40s, who probably the most exercise they do is they play frickin' like pool in a bar and maybe have like a 9-to-5 job, are somehow better mercenaries than the trained gunmen at Silver Sable. And know how to use their technology better and more competently, and know how to do more damage to me. I don't know. I almost.
I have to wonder now how they'd fare against Shield.
Oh god, I don't know. So it's one it's one of those things where I'm like, I almost wonder if maybe these should have been what was in the base game, and like people like Silver Sable or MODOK's forces or anything was in the DLC instead.
MODOK.
MODOK.
I mean, didn't they essentially confirm that the whole organization that MODOK runs is part of this universe?
Yeah, AIM is
AIM.
part of the universe. I just highly doubt we're going to see MODOK in it anytime soon.
Maybe a sequel.
You never know.
Okay, so we're gonna sneak inside of this asylum that Hammerhead is using as a
Nice and creepy. Definitely not haunted.
that Hammerhead is using as a safe
Can handle
house.
herself, but
You know, nothing will ever think. Nothing in my head will be funnier than just thinking just MODOK and just putting him in any particular crossover sort of event, the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact he was in the third game, and just look at that, hold his face facing off against the likes of Chris Redfield or.
Yeah, he was in that. If you want to be technical, he is in Infinite. He's just not playable.
Oh.
Hammerhead or Spider-Man?
No, MODOK.
Oh, MODOK. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, and wasn't he also in Ultimate Marvel Alliance 3?
Yeah, he was. I think he was in... Okay, wasn't... I know he's in the first one. He wasn't in the second one. That's just because he wasn't in the Silver War storyline it was based on. But he was definitely in the third one.
Yeah, because we plot them together when we did co-op mode, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Which I really hope that... I love that game. I just wish that they could find a way to make the co-op play a little more... Not so much like the actual playing itself, but more like setting up a game more stable.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I skipped on Don Machio.
Oops.
I didn't realize there was going to be flavor text about him, but yeah, so these are the guys. These are the 4 other heads of the Maggia family.
Unfortunato.
Maggia leader. I hear his son wants out of the family business.
Not good. Well, at least not for them. So, yeah, it looks like Hammerhead is targeting those 4 Maggia heads.
They were betting over distress.
And they were pretty confident.
Over who gets to control what once the rest of the Maggia
They wanted to
who
take over
got
the
money?
entire...
That sounds,
So, yeah,
that sounds more complicated than it needs to be.
So, yeah, basically Hammerhead wanted to become the next Kingpin.
Considering Kingpin was out of the picture, I mean, it would leave the doors open for
Didn't
him.
sound good.
Yeah, also heard
Yeah,
gunfire, so
Fast.
this is as fast as I can crawl.
You know, I have seen faster crawling before. Like, have you ever? You guys have seen Spider-Man 2, right? For the
Oh, yeah.
Well, not so much the movie, but the game based off the movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
you skitter all around, and which again, I do remember seeing that really fun video where they invited the guy who did the web physics for Spider-Man 2, who introduced the concept of the momentum swinging. When everybody said no, don't bother with that system, and they let him try out this game back when it was like not even fully released yet, and he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, good to see that. Good to see that they took the base.
They took a lot of inspiration from it.
Yeah, the basic foundation into heart.
Yeah, well, that is for the best, because honestly, up until this game, it was considered to be the most well-beloved game, well-beloved Spider-Man game, just because of the way Spider-Man can move around in that game.
Right, between that and Ultimate Spider-Man, now this, it's like,
Yeah.
why settle with any other pretender?
Yeah.
I am hoping.
mean,
I am hoping that the next game that they make is a direct sequel to this and not another
pretty
like
sure-
recontinuation.
I feel like they probably will make a sequel to this. I'm just not sure if it's like the next thing they're gonna work on.
Well, I know. So I know that I don't think it's. I don't know if it's this exact department, but I know they are. I think they already made it that VR Iron Man game.
Was that
Insomniac?
Was that? I'm pretty sure it was someone else.
But it was definitely Marvel's next big published thingy, and then of course there's Avengers.
Well, there's Avengers, and if you want to be technical, Ultimate Alliance 3 falls into that category.
Sorry, sir.
99. I like how he said that.
Because that was
Alright,
made
check,
by
check,
like a
make
well-known
sure.
company, and it was a Nintendo exclusive of all things.
Yeah.
Which one?
Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh yeah.
Again,
Which-
it still saddens me they never took the opportunity to add any Nintendo characters, considering that whole thing.
Yeah, considering that, like, for those that don't know, I don't remember if we talked about this yet, but
I feel
originally...
like we have,
for
but
the-
just in like real us anyway.
Okay, so back when the first Ultimate Alliance was still making the rounds, they originally wanted, for the Wii version obviously, they wanted to have 2 exclusive characters, them being Link and Samus, but I guess at the end they couldn't strike a deal with Nintendo to make it happen.
Not to mention, I think they got in trouble for it because apparently they found that like Nintendo found out that some of the coding for those 2 characters were also in the PS2 version.
Ah.
Video gear. Pretty sure Screwball would downvote this immediately.
But I was thinking like, but then there's like that's a weird pod.
Yeah.
That is a very weird pod.
Professional for a hammerhead.
What I was gonna say is, I mean, Samus I could definitely see happening. Link I could see happening. Honestly, if they wanted to get other exclusives, I could see Wonder Red working.
I can see that him, even though like at this point like Wonder Red isn't just on Nintendo consoles anymore.
Yeah. If we're talking about just like Nintendo exclusives, I think Pit would be pretty fun.
Pit, I'd honestly think Fox would be fitting, considering Guardians of the Galaxy essentially is their variation of Star Fox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hammerhead. That's him.
You had to go and sneak around.
No idea who voices him.
I think it's Brian Bloom. Let me double check on that.
That's the problem with you new.
Boy, what a big head!
And
With lots of wrinkles. Ow!
it's also heavy enough to shatter your skull with a single headbutt.
Yeah, because he
Oh
does
my
have like
God.
that plating on his head.
I have to wonder how long he had to adjust that the first time he got that plate, considering that shit's got to be heavy.
Probably.
Coward!
Oh.
Oh. That.
Hey,
I'm starting to wonder why they showed that guy in the opening cutscene
We
now.
earned your respect.
That's the guy with the Spidey watch.
We hit back. Made you know your place.
oh no!
Okay.
Gave you the fear.
Oh,
Okay, so just very quickly, I looked it up. Hammerhead in this game is voiced by the same guy that voices Wily in Mega Man 11.
Keith
Oh,
Silverstein.
really?
Now you think a stiff breeze will blow us over.
I can sort of hear
Ow.
it.
Keith Silverstein has a really good range. I gotta tell you that.
I'll say.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's definitely been making the rounds lately and a lot of stuff.
between this, Dr. Wily, Mega Man 11, Simon Belmont, and Smash Brothers, I mean, dude's got some range.
Time to bring the fear back.
I love how even though it's like a featured tech gun, he still holds it sideways.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's got it. And also, that guy sucks at his job. And oh, jeez. It's a full-on fight.
Thank God there's no blood. It's a T rating. Oh, okay, great. So there's blood on his face.
I'm sorry.
Do it now.
There it is. There's the fear.
Just what I always wanted.
Do it!
Ooh.
Yoink!
Whoa, shit!
Oh, this is getting bad.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Keep track of
jeez!
it.
You just couldn't let her have her moment, could you, Peter?
I mean, she hesitated too because she's trying to still follow due diligence, and he escaped.
Nuts. He had the entire map layout of this house in his taped to his head. His
Well, it helps.
hammer head.
Yeah, I just imagined, like... No, that's the thing. Like, he's actually wearing a wig, and he just takes the wig off, and you see, like, a map, like, tattooed on the top of his head.
What the heck?
That's the cop.
Oh.
Wait, there it is.
Oh.
No.
Nuts.
He got hit. He got hit in the crossfire.
Just for the record, wasn't entirely my fault.
No,
No, I don't think she blames Peter.
No, however, I gotta talk about that now. We're going to start seeing Yuri reach a bit of a decline in this part and moving onwards. Is that I almost don't know. I don't mean to say it's not justified. It's almost like I'm so surprised that it's this that finally tipped her over the edge, because it's like, bear in mind, in the past week canonically, or past year, whatever, in the past year canonically, she has seen this city at its literal worst. When people were dying of illness and thugs were ruling the street, I don't understand how this is suddenly what fully makes her realize the system doesn't work, when she literally watched everything crumble in front of her.
I feel like
and
a lot
totally
of it
kept
has
her
to do
cool.
with the fact that, sorry if I wasn't paying attention completely, I was looking stuff up, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that maybe in the case of Hammerhead, it's mainly with the case of Hammerhead, because I feel like that there's some kind of like personal vendetta between the two of them, and this was just like the straw on the camel's back.
I mean, he definitely made it personal to, like, he definitely made a point of, like, belittling her in that confrontation between the two of them. Like, I don't know, maybe it's a sense of pride then, or I don't know.
Probably.
Anyway, we're going to the good old bar with no name.
Literally called the bar with no name.
Everybody doesn't know the name.
Well, I know, but that's the thing from the comics too. Like, this is where all the gang members hang out. And I also love the idea that everybody knows the bar with no name. So much so that it's not even that secret of a hideout anymore. Why even keep it a secret?
I thought you were
just
gonna
put a
say
big
is
old
like
sign.
I thought it was gonna be like the bar with no name. One of these days they'll think of a name for it.
Oh, that's right. We still have our little spider bot from the first game now that we've recovered it, who can now go in and investigate.
Sweet.
Now you see, if it was Tom Holland doing that, people would think it's such a betrayal of the Spider-Man name.
Oh, no, don't even diss Tom Holland. Tom Holland is a cutie.
I still need to see Onward.
Oh, yeah, I do too. Oh, my God.
I heard it was relatively solid.
I also need to.
Okay.
I also
No
need to
guns,
see
no
Spies
fighting,
in
no
Disguise. I'm so mad I didn't get to see it.
I
It'll be
honestly
fine.
don't know the opinion on that, to be honest.
I hear. At first, it was. At first, I heard it was kind of lukewarm, but from what I have seen, the animation quality is absolutely like.
Oh yeah, well
It's
that's the
there.
thing with Blue Sky, is that like, if there's one thing I'll always give Blue Sky, they have a fantastic pool of animators working for them. They just need better writers. I think like the
Yeah.
only film I can think of that had like genuinely good writing, like actually good writing, was the Peanuts movie.
Oh my goodness,
I-
yes.
I did like the Peanuts movie.
I love how wholesome it was.
It was so cute.
Good to see that even the audio tech of this bug has noise cancellation.
What else? I thought the first Ice Age was fun too.
Oh yeah, no, the first two movies are good.
Yeah, 1 and 2 I think are perfectly harmless. 3 I think is where it starts to decline, but the thing that saves it for me is Sean Penn. Everything after
Well,
that
3
I can go without.
Well, 3 is the big decline, because that's the point where it's kind of like with Steven Hillenburg. That's the part where the director said, absolutely do whatever you want, just don't put dinosaurs in it. And then the third movie came, and they put dinosaurs in it.
Yeah. It's so weird, because technically the guy that made the first Ice Age, even if they went in a direction they didn't agree with, he still stuck on to the film, because he also voiced Scrat.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's true.
right.
I thought Ice Age Continental Drift wasn't too bad.
I wasn't that big a fan of it.
I wasn't too big on it, except for Peter Dinklage's role. I did like his
thought-
role.
I was gonna say, I think that he's the guy who he played the giant ape monkey.
Yeah,
right?
Captain Gut.
Yeah, and he did a really great job with like playing that role, and then
And his singing was really good,
oh
too.
yeah, that too. I also like. Oh, by the way, what we're doing here is I'm just icing conversation to learn about what's going on. I also I know that I thought the like romance like fun little thing they were trying to play with their daughter and that weird little mouse thingy was cute enough, like him trying to prove himself to her and all
I
that.
thought it was
but
a bit generic. I will say one joke that I did like, and it was a callback to the third film, is like when they were going past the sirens, and it's like where Scrat was on his way past the sirens, one of them assumed the form of that the girl Scrat from the third film, and at first he's like, and just keeps going on.
I remember that.
Because he hated that. And what else? What else? But no, okay, and if you thought that was generic hype, you probably would have hated Collision Course.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen
really plan
Collision.
to.
Yeah, I don't really care for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it right out of the way. That mouse guy from Continental Drift, they outright, it's like one step away from, they basically retconned the dude.
Retconned in what fashion?
In the sense of, with absolutely zero explanation and zero transition in Collision Course, I think her name is Ellie?
What's tickling my legs?
I don't know the name of the daughter, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Peaches.
Peaches. With absolutely zero transition and zero explanation in Collision Course, Peaches is suddenly in love with another, like, an actual mammoth, and now he's her boyfriend, and nothing is explained about what happened to the dude from Continental Drift.
Weird.
Yeah. Also, I also agree with this one reviewer that was saying that by the time you get to things like Continental Drift and Collision Course, it's the part where, like, Ice Age kind of became that movie. The kind of movie where if you're popular and you want to be known for being in a children's movie, go to Ice Age. They'll let you in no matter what, no questions asked, and will write any character for you to play.
Huh.
Sorry, Pinball. And I'm Gino.
Oh,
Oh,
No,
Dino.
Dino.
That's his name, Dino. Dino. No,
I
Dino's
thought
in
it was Gino at first because it was be like, oh man, need to go and find Mallow.
Coming through.
I was gonna do the thing from Conjun. I was like, Gino, I got a pepper. Sorry, I'm gonna stop that there right now. So, I saw the movie Epic, and I remember thinking it was kind of
Look at it.
very safe. Nothing much.
It was
happened in
interesting.
Epic.
I didn't care to
It
save
look-
myself.
Again, it's this odd thing of Epic looked nice enough to me. It looked good.
I like the premise.
There just wasn't much else past the looks.
When I'm done
Yeah.
here, I'm
Aha! We have our new places to take down. Don't worry. Starting this point forward, they don't throw like 14 different bases at you. It's just one base that you got, like one type of base, and you're good.
Thank God.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
see.
Uh-oh. I think he almost saw you there. We're
Play
about
cool.
to-
Play cool. Play cool. I'm just a spider. I'm just a spider dog. It's okay.
It's
Spider Duck.
Not. Oh, jeez. What else? Hornet Hears a Who. I thought had some fun moments to it.
Oh, yeah.
I still consider it
Questionable,
to be one of the,
questionable design in other places, but fun in others.
I still consider it to be like the least blah of the Seuss adaptations.
Yeah, I mean, it was back when they wanted to, you know, well, because I'm gonna say right now, Blue Sky took risks that Illumination doesn't want to.
Yeah, well, that is
Yeah.
always like. Well, to be fair, I think that's something that you could say. Like, you know, as weird and bad as Blue Sky is, it at least tries.
That's what the lights.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm still nervous about Mario. They're gonna have to try really hard.
Again, I'm willing to give that one the benefit of the doubt, considering that Nintendo's literally they're literally on them like a hawk.
Yeah.
That is true, and they okay. So what I had to do is I had to turn them both off at the exact same time or around the same time. That way they're both distracted, so I can literally climb on top of this table, take a picture,
Dons are hiding in the Auerbach Theater. I need to reach
and
them before Hammerhead does.
I'm gonna sit right here.
Nice work, Spider-Bot. Now hide and I'll come
Hopefully they will never look under this table.
Several bottles of bleach.
Several bowls of bleach.
Da-da-dun. What was I saying? But yeah. Well, I mean, and Illumination knows that if they want to, that Illumination knows the opportunity that they've just been given, and Illumination knows that if they want to keep that opportunity, they can't screw up.
Found something that might help.
Otherwise, nothing will stop Nintendo from just going to the next highest bidder.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's see what else I can
I'm
find.
just gonna hope for the best possible outcome where they treat it like their Pikmin shorts, where like it's mostly like the Nintendo like writers themselves that are actually handling it while they have someone else work on it.
Yeah, I mean, to their credit, like, we know barely anything about it. Like, all we know is that Miyamoto is executive producing it, and that I don't know if it's been confirmed, but there's a lot of people saying that they're taking cues from the old Nintendo Power comic. But outside of that, we don't know who's directing it, we don't know who's going to be writing it, we don't know the actors, we know zilch about it.
I mean, if it is indeed going to be like an adaptation of an adaptation, especially one of the most critically acclaimed of the bunch, I'm for it.
I hope that I guess that's the thing. Like, if they have direction, they can do something with it. I want to say I have seen Illumination do good. I can't for the life of me remember.
I would argue the first Despicable Me was like I think the first Despicable Me is like the first time, maybe some would argue the only time where it felt like they actually put effort into it.
Because, like, yeah, they're trying to make a big name for themselves, and after that, they realize, wow, because that, and we joke about that. That's how Illumination kind of like keeps its position, is that it always has a cute, marketable thing in the movie.
And we all know the Mario series is rife with possible potential.
Mm-hmm.
Toads, Goombas, Koopas, Cheep Cheeps.
I could just see it now. A Toad dabbing, 0 out of 9.
Dude, Luigi already dabbed in Mario plus Rabbids. It's not going to be not that much worse.
But is it? How about 2 Toads dabbing?
Okay, we're running through this longer than we should.
That's
okay. All right, we'll see you guys in the next part.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
It's gonna be lit.
Oh yeah, did I forget to mention Lego